American teams there and you're not winning a single map, you've got to be worried about that. But this is a new game. We've moved on from Black Ops 2 now. We're on to Ghost. New game modes even, completely different. And so let's see what these guys can do. Let's see if they can switch things up and see if they can come out dominant and progress through and maybe even stand themselves in good stead of maybe getting a top 8 placement at COD Champs.
Well, we will certainly see, Chewy, as we do go on to the Domination on Octane. I really like this map. It is very, very difficult to get that point if you lose it first of all. So both teams will kind of jockey for position, trying to make sure they don't overextend themselves before they get into that B point. Most teams now have got that nade locked down into the B area. So as soon as you see it get on there, you're just going to see the other team arc up and just place grenades all around it. I expect to see trophy systems. I expect to see smokes. A lot of people will be holding around the Jeeps area as well, shooting into that B side. And it's also going to come down to the team who can split effectively. If you're losing that B point, if you can get that split in, kind of draw their fire away, it's going to give you a chance to set back up. Now, some teams just do that anyway, even if they've got 2 points, neutralising the third. Not a lot of 3 caps will go on very rarely, simply because it is quite hard to hold and you don't want to give away the advantage.
No, but here we go. We're going to be switching on board with the roster of Omega first, which is actually going to be a very interesting game attack. So we're going to try and make sure that we can like keep up with them and pronounce them correctly. We do apologise if we don't pronounce them quite right, but it looks like Toon on here is actually going to be the first guy we jump on board with. 3 do go down momentarily there for Sublime straight off the start, so that's not a very good start for them, but they've managed to push through right now, so we're going to jump on board with Doom, it looks like.
Let's see what Doom can do. He is up top, just watching there. Like I said, these two teams will jockey for position. He's actually turned away as the guy has gone across. Now he's going to cut back. Oh, look at it. No, unfortunately, he's going to have a man slip past him. There's nobody there to contest that at the moment as they all go down. Doom gets taken down at the same time. Sublime really putting the hurt on. Colga's the man we're going to jump on board with now, though. Running that MTAR, they do have the B point. It does seem like they might even push hard, as that is the triple cap in full effect. They have at the moment got this team locked down. Let's go in Oracle mode and see where they are.
Yeah, Oracle mode, a new feature brought in, of course. This is something that, you know, you see in other games, and I love the way that Infinity Ward have kind of brought it in. I was watching it last night on the US qualifiers as Colga picks up a lovely 2-piece there, making sure that nobody's going to be switching back onto their home flag. But Oracle mode is awesome. Some people say that it kind of takes a bit of the anticipation, the excitement away from Search and Destroy, but I think it, you know, really gives people an even bigger insight into what's going on in the game and what's happening. But here we go, Colga. Man on the screen, 33-4 is the score. Look at that.
5-0. Lukeman is 6-0. They're certainly stamping their kind of brand of just, oh my goodness, over this entire map here. They're holding a triple cap for this long. It's currently 39-4 as this team just put the hurt on the other team. Now, bearing in mind, both teams are in the second round here, and Sublime are actually a lot lower seeded in this bracket than the Omega team they're coming up against, but they're making them look like amateurs.
Yeah, they are indeed. And that's the thing with seeding, you know, sometimes it can be a great representation of the skill level of teams, and sometimes it can't be. And this is Call of Duty esports. Anything can happen. But Lukeman right now, he's 10-1 at the second, doing some crazy work. He's going to be neutralizing this A flag. We'll see if he goes for the full 3 cap as well. Looks like he's going to be trying to do that. Does get flashed at the second. Somebody's going to be backing him up, though, making sure that he's not going to get taken out. As he does pick up an assist. And there we go. The triple cap is in effect once again. And the guys from Sublime are really showing off on stream today.
It really is. As Colga picks up another kill, it's kind of just shutting down Omega all over the place. Let's go back into Oracle mode, see where they are, as it doesn't matter. It doesn't look like these guys have it on anyway. They're just dropping them like flies. 11-1, 9-1, power 5-2. Look at that. Spartan Robbie is 0-8 in a domination game. He's really struggling to come up against the Sublime team as they keep rotating around, just double checking, making sure nobody gets past them, and they just seem to be holding them at will.
I mean, we've got 2 minutes 15 seconds left on the clock, and they haven't even reached double figures yet on the domination score. That's pretty crazy, you know, as we do see Robbie actually picking up his first kill of the game. But, you know, maybe it's a slow start here for Omega. Maybe they're just, you know, warming up, making sure that they can get into the swing of things. You know, they are on stream, and that even adds some pressure onto people, knowing that they're on stream into potentially thousands of people. But still, they've got to pick up their game. This is the Call of Duty World Championships that we're talking about on the line here. They cannot have games like this, and especially letting the guys from Sublime getting that really strong start. As we do see Lukeman just extending his score. 14-2. We saw Tahor earlier really impressing us, and let's see if Lukeman can just do the same here.
Yeah, they're really untroubled, the Sublime. They have this lockdown. However, that spawn in the split might mean that Omega have a chance to go and get some points on the board for themselves. They are quite a way behind, Chewy, but never say never. It's 99-13, and it does look like Omega will now secure the C spot. You can actually see Sublime rushing back to try and get him. Will he get it? I think he'll neutralize it at the very least. The spawn is going to go in his favor, though, as his teammate spawns up behind him. Doesn't matter. They both drop to Lukeman. And once again, we're seeing the triple cap situation. However, that split has given the opportunity to Omega to actually get their home flag for the first time in about 3 minutes, meaning they will gain some points in this absolute rout.
Yeah, and they are about 95 points in the lead, I do believe, right now, which is just a crazy start here for Sublime. And we've got just under a minute left on the clock. Kolga, the man on your screen, currently going 13-2. Looks like he's going to be searching for A and going to be trying to neutralise that and cap it again. And having a look at that mini-map on the left-hand side of your screen, it's not even really mini anymore. It's great how big that is and how much we can see. But having a look at it, spawn trap in place, guys, if you are wondering how to play Octane Domination, this is what you want to try and aim for ultimately, is to really get that spawn trap in place on the strip club, because it is so difficult for teams to get out of that.
It really is. Power showing just how good these Jeeps are as a head glitch, and it does seem like Omega, only thing they're good for is wasting his ammo as he's actually going to run out. However, he has a second gun as he continues to just rain fire. Can he pick up another one? No, he doesn't manage to get that one. I think his teammate picks it up. And look at this, they're just absolutely pinned in here. I know this is a spawn trap, but oh my goodness. They haven't got out. It's 140-18 at this juncture. Should finish 143-18. Well, they have a small advantage going into the second half, Chewy.
Yeah, that's a bit of an understatement there. 125-point difference. That's crazy. You know, we saw Domination Octane earlier on between Giants and 4 Legends, and overall in the in the 10-minute game, there was a 126-point difference. We've just seen 5 minutes, half of that, and 125 points. So very, very strong start here. We saw 20-3 there for one of the Sublime players. It did just disappear from my screen as we join. That's actually going to be Lukeman there, a player who I admit I haven't heard of before, but 20-3, I'm liking his playstyle so far. Well,
he's doing fairly well there. We will do jumping into the second half of this absolute domination. And
very good.
I just can't believe how much one-sided that was. I knew it would be one-sided. We said it before. A lot of these first games are very one-sided with the way the brackets are seeded. Yeah. I just didn't think you'd see players going 0-8 in the first couple of minutes.
No.
People going 20-3 and just holding a triple cap for almost the entire time. It was kind of like Omega didn't really know how to play.
No, and I mean, 3 deaths in 5 minutes. That's just absolutely nothing, And the deaths on this game, anything can happen. Somebody can maybe spawn behind you or something like that, or you can miss a gunfight. Not really anything too crucial, but still, only 3 deaths in 5 minutes. That's just crazy on any kind of game.
At that point, you've got to realise that the Sublime players are more in trouble of dying from friendly fire than they are the enemy team.
There we go. Exactly.
And it does seem that's just how I'm surprised they're even going to start the second half. They might as well just skip and go straight to the Search and Destroy and try and redeem themselves. It should start any second now. So I'm kind of wondering what they're doing. Probably changing classes just to try and hold up and do something there. But like I said, I knew these teams were strong. Luke, man, it's not someone I've actually seen before casting. Certainly not casting one of his games, but I'm looking forward to casting more of them as he does go huge in that first domination. But here we go. The second half has started. Domination Octane once again, as you know what, I didn't even bother. I'm sure you've noted it down. What is the advantage they've got, Chewy?
125 points.
125.
That's a hell of a lot of points there. And let's see if the guys from Omega can try and bring back that deficit and can try and show up, turn up here and show that they can hang, as Clayster from Optic Gaming would say. But it's still a hell of a long road back for them. But, an interesting point on what I love to see is, the whole point of these European qualifiers and the rest of the world's qualifiers and stuff is to bring players out like Lukeman here, who we may not have heard of before, and show exactly what they can do and show that they can hang against the big boys, so to speak, like the top teams in North America and in the US and stuff like that. And this is really highlighting it, and it's great to see it. As I said, I haven't seen an Italian team yet on Ghost, I haven't seen a Spanish team yet on Ghost, but I'm already very, very impressed.
Well, like I said, the Italians kind of impressed people last year breaking the top 8. It looks like they're going well on their way already to trying to secure at least one slot to get to the European Championship. Whether or not they can go further and get to the World Championship, we will soon see. However, let's jump on board with Lukeman first of all. See he can bring that same kind of incredible gameplay to the second half here. Going to be running the MTAR, and you know what? It wouldn't surprise me to see this man go straight at them.
Yep, let's see what he's going to do. It looks like he's going to be moving himself towards the right-hand side of the map straight off the start. Of course, you do see the roster of Omega initially getting that A flag and then moving forward towards B, but we'll see who gets this break. We talk about it time and time again, how important the break is on Domination, on all game modes, really, and how important it is to get a strong start here. But Oracle mode back on. He's going to pick up a player there with that headshot, taking out Robbie, first kill of the half for him.
So now Lukeman keep moving forward. He's trying to run and secure this one so his teammates don't get naded. However, he gets shot and does actually get taken down 1-on-1. That's the lowest we've seen from him. But now we're on board with Remixer, someone we didn't actually watch that much in the first half, simply because his teammates were taking so much of the limelight. However, it looks like he might go down as well. And this is actually a better start from this Omega team. They do seem to be holding them.
Yeah, it does indeed. It actually looks like they haven't got that that capture in on B though, so Sublime still with the control of the map, even though this is a slightly better start here for Omega. Sublime will not be worried though. They know that they've got that crazy, you know, first half score of 125 points. Now they're just capitalizing it, and they look like they're going for A. This could be exactly the same story that we saw earlier on.
Yeah, it's going to be playing on the minds of this Omega team. I mean, 125 points is a maximum of 36 points a minute for a triple cap. They've got to be sitting there thinking, well, this is kind of bad.
Yeah, it is indeed, as we do see Lukeman there managing to take off a player who was on that B flag, making sure that it wasn't even neutralized, so very quick work coming in from him. Power is the man on your screen though. Let's see what work he can do. Oracle mode back on, he does get flashed, so unfortunately you're not going to be able to see that player. Just backing away from that, making sure that nobody's going to be pushing through. Does see a player there towards bottom strip club, takes him out. Great work there from him. That's 2 momentarily down there for Omega. Having a look at the scores though, the guys from Sublime just extending that 125 point lead. It's 43-11.
It certainly is, and this is, like I said, such a one-sided game at the moment. Kills are a little bit more even this time round, but they just can't seem to break any of Sublime's power play over this map. And you can see them there trying to stack up, trying to get in towards the middle rather than going around and splitting. They just seem to have a lot of trouble. Their remixer is now actually sniping. Let's jump on board with him.
Yeah, let's see what work he can do with a sniper. It's always interesting to see when people decide to bring out the likes of sniper rifles on a game mode like Domination. But yeah, I mean, he knows the score. He knows what's going on. He's feeling confident.
For them to win.
Yeah, it is. It's already impossible.
It would have taken over 3 minutes of a triple cap to just bring the deficit down.
Yeah.
Now with the extra here, they would need extra minutes and a triple cap for the entire time. Like I said, it is already done. This team has just been run off the park. And it reminds me of some of the games that happened in the COD Championships last year. They just weren't up to spec. But you got to remember, these are supposed to be the best teams in the world qualifying for this tournament. So losing to them is something that an awful lot of people would actually do anyway.
Yeah, exactly, indeed. Here we go. I'm Galax, the man on your screen. Haven't seen him yet. You know, we do apologise for not bringing you too much of the action from the Omega squad, guys, if you are a fan. But yeah, I mean, like, it's really difficult for us to stay on board with a team like this when they just are getting outslayed. But Galax is actually holding himself right now. He's going 8-3, so over a 2-kill death ratio. He's starting to hold himself, but you know, it's all over for them. It's very difficult to even keep up the motivation after a loss like this on Domination. They really just have to go into the next search and destroy, which should probably be on Sovereign again if the map rotations are the same as the Spanish qualifiers, which we saw earlier on in round 2. And they've just got to completely come up with it. New game mode, just new everything. They've really got to forget this Domination Octane match.
Certainly have. It does seem like Galax is just kind of camping for kills here, not really influencing his team on the map as well. But however, they could even go for B. They have their home flag this time. Could they try and actually get a 2-cap against Sublime? Or is it going to be the case of Sublime just kind of taking them down? And Galax actually just walked past. There was actually somebody there. I know it's a little bit clearer on our screen because of the Oracle mode, but it's not really any excuses. He's going to go down as well. The only man positive on that entire team, Galax 9-4. Let's jump on board with Robbie.
Yep, let's jump on board with him indeed. Looks like A is going to be lost once again. So he's going to really try and push in here, maybe or maybe not. Just try and sit back with that Remington and make sure the triple cap didn't come into play. It unfortunately did. And he's just going to completely back away from the gunfight. Does get taken out from his left-hand side there, playing line down. And once again, Sublime are in the triple point reason right now. 108-28 is the score. That is an absolutely crazy difference as we do head into the last minute.
He's going for it. Shots going down on him. He is just trying to get this B point. If they can do it, then it might just be a little bit of a consolation thing. Does actually manage to hold it there, and they do have the middle point for the first time in 10 minutes.
I mean, that's absolutely crazy, just the fact that the whole game that they haven't been able to get that B flag, and that really shows the great work from the Sublime. And this is the question I have to ask you now, Bryce. I mean, was that just phenomenal gameplay from Sublime and terrible gameplay from the guys in Omega? Was it a bit of both? Was it just, you know, just a horrible map that they need to forget about for Sublime? What really do you think contributed to that scoreline?
I just think Sublime are kind of world class, to be perfectly honest with you. And I said before, we're expecting some one-sided games early on in this tournament. You're going to expect it. We saw it in the UK, we saw it in the France and German. We've seen it in every qualifier we've had so far. When the big boys come to town, you can certainly expect some smaller teams to be swept away. But there we go. That was kind of a dominating domination. The only real word for it. A 292 was the number I've just been shown.
Yep, working it out.
That's kind of incredible.
That is. And, you know, we saw a 125-point difference on the first half. In the second half, 167-point difference between the two squads. Working out the scores quickly on my calculator by me, always a handy object to have just to make sure that you guys get the stats as quick as possible as soon as we know them. 292 points was the difference between the two squads there overall in the 10 minutes. That's the highest I've seen in domination across all of Ghost so far.
Yeah, that was kind of, like I said, very one-sided. Didn't make it that exciting, to be perfectly honest with you. One team was just continuously dying and hold up. But let's hope the S&D is a little bit more exciting. Some teams do seem to have a better time playing that mode against the top teams. So join us for that right after the break. Hello and welcome back to the Gfinity coverage of the Italy and Spain preliminaries to qualify for the European Championship and then one more step to the World Championship. I am Brycey and joining me is Chewy.
Yep, here we go. More of the Italian action coming up for you guys. We have got map 2 of Sublime versus Omega here in round 2 of the Italian preliminaries, as you do say, Brycey, and we saw the biggest point difference I have ever seen on Domination on Octane, which was actually a 292 point difference between the two squads.
It certainly was. Now on board with power with a sniper rifle. Let's go Oracle mode, see where he can make those picks. Of 2 have already gone down from Omega. However, 1 from Sublime is down. Now, keeping on board with power, bringing out the MTAR. Let's see what he can do. He does actually see somebody there for a second, just putting a lot of shots down. Bring out the sniper rifle again. However, that pick's already been made. 1 man left. He's going to pick him up as well anyway. Power takes him down. And there we go. 1-0. Quick 1-0 actually to Sublime.
Yep, was indeed only one player of Sublime, which was Lukeman going down there in that first round. Only Doom was able to pick up a kill there for that first round for Omega. So another strong start here coming in from Sublime.
It is now. Let's jump on board with, you know what? it kind of usually go on board with the attacking team. So we're going to stay with Sublime for this one. Didn't actually get a chance to switch, it was such a quick round, but staying on board with them. We're going to keep them on board with the attacking rounds. Is usually where you see all the action go down. So jumping on board with Power once again with that sniper rifle.
Yep, let's see what work he can do. Still got Oracle mode activated for you all, so you can see what's going on. If you do like that, let us know. You know, come and tweet at us. Tell us if you do like Oracle mode being on during Search and Destroy. But Power actually still with this USR sniper rifle right now, as we do actually see Doom taking out Remix, actually getting taken out there. So the revenge kill coming in from Lukeman. It's now a 2-on-3 situation. Make that 2-on-2.
And he's gone back on board with Lukeman. Let's see what he can do with the pass. You actually see somebody there. Comes back round. The guy turns his note. He's going to drop the guy to his left. You can actually see two of the men going down. It's going to be a 1 versus 1. Jump back on board with Lukeman. He's going to take it down there. I did try to swap to get that other engagement. Didn't manage to. But you will see Lukeman get this kill in your final kill cam as it goes 2-0 to Sublime.
He's just overpowered right now, is Lukeman, I have to say. We saw 20-3 from him. 20-3 from him on one half of Domination, which is just crazy. And then 6-1 after 2 rounds of Search and Destroy. That's an average of 3 kills per round already. That's 3/4 of the entire team taking out each round that we've played so far here on Sovereign Domination. But I think we've got to jump on board with the attacking team. We've got to give a bit of love to Omega just because we haven't seen them yet. So let's see what the attacking team can do, just to see if they can start to pick up their game maybe a tiny bit.
Oh, now Power. With the sniper rifle. There is going to be a person come around this corner for the pick. Oh, I think he just saw an elbow there. Didn't actually manage to get the pick. The guy is going to run away, but let's jump on board with the attacking teams. They've already dropped 2. Robbie sees 1, but he drops away from him. He comes down. He's going to miss 2 players there, and he goes down. It does not go his way as he misses the opportunity to get those kills time and time again. Lukeman just picks him up there, crawling along the floor on his belly. And that's kind of where he deserves after that kind of play that he just made. 3-0 now to Sublime.
Yeah, and having a look at the Omega squad, 2 of their players not dropping a kill yet. We've had 3 rounds. They've died 3 times and not picked up a kill. Yeah, we've got to jump on board with him. 7-1. It's very, very difficult to step away from this guy using this Bison right now, and he's going to be the bomb carrier for this round as well. So we'll see what they're going to do, whether he's going to try and get a quick plant down, whether they're just going to take it slowly, keep up the slaying power. Let's see if they can extend their lead.
Lukeman now going in to put the bomb down. There is a man just down there. I think he's going to be okay. There has been a kill picked up by his teammates. Power picking that one. Now Lukeman puts that bomb down, and they are looking still. Only 1 left. Let's see if we can get on board with him. It's going to be Galax in a 1 versus 4. And as you can see through the Oracle mode, they are all around him now. He's in a hard place. He sees 1. Actually going to pick up that kill. Can he pick up the second one? Oh, I thought he was going to get the knife, but doesn't. He's going to drop, and it's now 4-0 to Sublime.
Yeah, we do actually see Remixer there. Actually only with 1 kill in 4 rounds, but it doesn't matter because of Lukeman's performance right now. Also got to shout out Colga as well, going 4-1. Power going 3-1 as well. So that's absolutely crazy performance coming in from Sublime. Just what you'd expect from them. And guys, if you are, you know, an Italian fan and you are spectating from Italy, you will have heard of this Sublime roster before. You will have heard of the likes of Power and Colga there, and I'm sure you'll be very impressed with the performance that they're putting in so far. Definitely showing that they can hang so far. We'll see what they can do a bit later on. But here we go, attacking team. We are going to be jumping on board with Omega.
Okay, let's see what 2 non-side Philo can actually do as a player comes straight out to challenge him. He's actually getting a bit picked up, but it is traded, and it does seem like they come out as it's just 2-2. Both kills really just going for it. Just default on Lukeman, but back on board with the attacking team. They've rotated around. He's going to be very careful here, Galax. He is now alone. Shots going on. No, I'm sorry, he does have a teammate with him. As we default over to the teammate, it's going to be Doom. Doom's actually put it down at B. The players split there, so instead of going for the trade, they sort of just kind of try their lucks on their own. Doom, very carefully checking. There's going to be someone on the ladder here. He's missed it, and he's going to get taken down by the knife.
Lukeman, I actually believe
12-1.
may have picked up the ace there. I definitely know that he got 3 kills at least in that round, but Lukeman just comes in with a cheeky knife, coming up the ladder into top control there. Doesn't get the defuse. His teammate's got that, which is going to be Remixer, but Lukeman, 5 rounds played, 12-1. This goes 6-0.
This is easily one of the quickest search and destroys I have ever seen.
Yeah, I agree. This game's almost hardly even started, and we're going to be finishing it and going to an advert break in a second, unless the guys from Omega can pick up their game. Sorry, but Lukeman, I'm sorry, we've got to stick on board with him. 12-1. Let's see if he can maybe get another ace. I mean, he definitely got 3 kills in that last round. He may have picked up all 4. I'm not quite sure, but still, amazing performance.
Well, Lukeman's going to go straight for it. Wouldn't surprise me to see him not stop as he picks up the first kill anyway. Moving straight out. No slowing down for this man, as there is actually a player to his right, but he's going to drop down. Not seeing anybody here. Rushes their spawn, but they've already moved halfway up the map. 2 of the Omega team are down. He's going to come up against somebody now. He sees him. Picks up another kill there for Lukeman. He's 14-1 at the moment. It's now a 1 versus 4. Let's jump on board with 2-9 starting Farlow. A little bit of a mouthful, that name. Yeah, but continuing on. Let's see what he can do. He's in the 1 versus 4. We'll just call him Farlow from now on. He's got the 1. 3 more. I don't really think he's going to do this. He's just come off his donut. He actually throws a nade out of the worst possible moment. It's going to be, oh, rush him, look at that. They decided to go for the knife.
Nice.
We will see this in your final kill cam. It's going to be Kolga who picks it up, but all members of Sublime deciding to rush him and take that down, and he gets it with the stab to the chest. But 6-0, that's a very quick 6-0 from the Sublime team.
Incredibly quick 6-0. Lukeman, of course, having a great performance on the first half of Domination. Octane actually going 20-3, and he almost dropped that amount of kills there on Search and Destroy, actually picking up 9 more kills than the second player on his team. 14-1 was his final score there, dying once in 6 rounds. That's pretty crazy. 6-0 sweep there on Search and Destroy Sovereign for the Sublime squad. They are going to go 2-0 up in the series, 1 map away from continuing into round 3. But guys, we here in the Gfinity Studios have got something special coming up for you if we hit 70k followers.
We certainly do. We've mentioned social media quite a few times. Now, I will mention it once again very quickly before, just to recap. At Gfinity is the Twitter, the YouTube, of course, Gfinity TV, the Facebook, Gfinity UK, and the website, gfinity.net. But speaking of the Twitter, if we get to 70,000 followers on Twitter, which we are very, very close, I believe it's 69.8 last time I checked, we will be having a giveaway of some swag for you guys that we currently have.
Sounds good to me indeed. But we're going to be heading on to the third map in a minute, which is actually going to be Blitz Freight, just making sure that we get everything set up and ready to go. And it actually looks like they're going to be starting it straight away. So
yeah, they didn't even get a chance to put weight in the clan tag yet.
Yeah, we didn't even have a chance to get them to wait or anything like that. So we're just going to be making sure this gets set up.
Well, we are just going to, I think we're going to go straight into the game now, looking for the producer to find out if we're just going to continue on since they have actually started. No, actually, we are going to end this one. So we will see you guys in just a minute. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello and welcome back as we jump straight into the game. It's two non-Sci-Farlo, better known as Farlo for us, who's jumping in there, and we're going to be going on board with the Blitz. Let's see what these two teams can do. Can the likelihood of Omega come back and kind of redeem themselves against Sublime, or will it be another railroad into defeat from the Sublime squad?
They're just playing for pride right now as Lukeman, again, showing off his incredible gun skill. Probably actually one of the top players gun skill-wise that I've actually seen online during Ghost so far since its release. Definitely impressing me so far. I'm going to be keeping an eye out for this guy. It's actually quite even so far as Robbie's going to be the man on the screen. Does find a player there. Unfortunately, only puts a few shots in. Score is 2-1 at the second, so relatively even as we do actually Sublime just starting to extend that 3-1 now.
It is see what Doom can do as he tries to push forward. He's actually going to drop as well. Those points actually going in quite quickly here, but he's just looking, and he's seeing now two non-Sci-Farlo going to push forward. Is he going to jump over the railing here straight into it? He should have the opportunity, and he does manage to get in, bringing you back to 4-2. It's still in favour of Sublime at the moment, but they're not letting it go without a fight.
No, they aren't indeed, and I do have to say that, you know, a lot of the teams that I've, you know, talked to on you know, when discussing Blitz on the map Freight, they definitely prefer the side that the guys from Omega are spawning on now. They definitely prefer starting to push over to the other side of the map. We do see Galax now spawning up. He's going to do some defensive work here using the submachine gun of the MTAR. Going to get taken out. Unfortunately, though, looks like Sublime are starting to warm up and making sure that they're getting that slaying power down right now as they are all over that Blitz portal area, and they're just moving on top of it and racking up kills on top of it.
They are. Kolga actually challenging with very low ammo. Gets the kill. Goes to the reload. His teammates are there anyway. He actually dies. but I am actually just going to keep on board with Sublime for the majority of this map until things change. Like people like I'm Galaxy 0 and 6 at the moment. Luke Man quite happy, just looking for it. He puts more bullets in. It's now 8-3. Chew, I said this just before the map started. If this stays under 30 caps for Sublime, I'd be very, very surprised.
Yeah, well, we've only played 2 minutes and they've already got almost a third of that, 9 points now. So great work coming in. I don't believe this is going to stay below 30 points, as you do say. We'll have a look, but still the guys from Omega just trying to claw it back as much as they can. 5-point deficit so far. We've certainly seen bigger comebacks, but with the first 2 maps, you know, I do believe that Omega right now are just pretty much playing for pride, and you've got the slaying power like that of Lukeman, who's actually 7-2 at the second, still performing very well, and he's also got the most caps for his team as well. So great work coming in as Power just picks up their 10th capture.
It does, and they're just constantly sliding in there. Look at the captures already on the Sublime team. They're just constantly rotating around, running forward, making the kills, and going for it all over again. 2 non-sci Philo spawns up once again, and he's kind of, you can see he's hesitant. He's like, I know I need to go in there, but I really don't want to go in there.
Very, very interesting to see, as he doesn't even spot that player who's in front of him and gets headshotted and just gets taken out straight away. You know, it looks like they've unfortunately given up. You know, he may be throwing some smoke grenades and stuns and the like down there, but he's just not spotting the plays, and they're just getting absolutely dominated. And have a look at that, 3 momentarily get again down for the guys in Omega, and this is just absolute dominating power. 13-5 is the score with 1 minute 49 seconds left on the clock. Make that 14-5, and you know, I do agree. If this goes below 30 points, I will be surprised.
Power going to go for it once again, waiting for the respawn. Is there going to be someone who's right? Doesn't manage to get the kill. Goes in once again. They're barely even able to stop them here. Sublime are just running straight towards it, picking up a kill if they feel like it, and continuing to do it all over again once they spawn. Lukeman is now in there as well, and they're going to just look at it. It's so easy. I don't even think he saw anyone that time.
No, I don't think he did either, and they're not even having to worry about the defensive work. This is what's interesting on a map like Blitz. You know, you do see a lot of teams really just playing on the aggressive, trying to get spawn traps in place, and really doing the majority of the work from the enemy kind of spawn area almost. You know, if they really get that dominating power going, they really get strong work going, they don't even need to worry too much about base defense when they respawn in, if they die, or if they respawn in after getting a Blitz portal capture. It doesn't really matter too much, it seems, but interesting choice of gun here for Robbie, using this Remington. Some people do still like to use the, you know, the assault rifles, as he does pick up another kill there, but you know, I talked about it earlier, a lot of the top teams, especially in the US, just run 4 SMGs and go with that.
Yeah, a lot of teams will run that 4 SMGs. I mean, occasionally you'll see MTARs on map, so you'll see Remingtons and things like Octane and stuff, the long sight lines. Here, the MTAR, it's such a valuable weapon. Some people have been saying the SMG Domination, maybe it's a chance to kind of bring back Stalker for the ARs. However, people have been saying if we do that, you're just going to be seeing 4 ARs. There's going to be no point. Yeah, indeed. It's a really difficult one. And, of course, because you die so quickly on this game, you know, you've really got to be on point with your shot all the time. Otherwise, you will die very quickly on here. So if you do bring back Stalker, there could be advantages. There could be disadvantages to it. But anyway, 12 seconds left on the clock. 20-8 is the score. Make that 21-8. We see Lukeman picking up another crazy two-piece. He is going to get flashed, though. He's going to try and stay on this Blitz portal area just as long enough. Is he going to be able to get the cap? There's actually 2 players on there. So because of that, they weren't able to get any more because 2 of them were on it at the same time. So if one of those players had have moved out of the way, that would have meant that I think one of them would have got in there. Am I wrong, Bryce? No, you are actually wrong, True. One of them would have got there, and it's actually the person who's closest to the edge would have got there as well. That's the funny thing about Blitz portals. Okay. But it was actually the fact there was 1 second left on the cooldown timer is the reason they didn't get it. But jumping back on board once again with the Sublime team, simply because we end up seeing them alive a lot more often. Let's see how they can go into this one. Will they get? I'd love to see, if you wanted to kind of at Gfinity, how high will this score go? We'll find out on Twitter later on. For me, I'm thinking 35. Yeah, 35 is going to be Bryce's estimate. I'm going to go for around about the same. We saw 21 in the first half, and now extended to 22. So I'm going to go for 40. I'm even going to go that high. I've never actually casted over a team going that high, but capturing 20 in the first half, and now they're on the more favourable side, you may say. I think they're going to even extend it and get more than 21 captures in the second half, but we will see. Lukeman 20-7 is his score at the minute. 8 captures going in for Power. He's 11-6, so doing some great work as Lukeman picks up another 2-piece and gets a capture as well. Just extending their lead. 23-9 is the score. They really are just continuing on there. You can see Sublime just picking up the kills. Remix are getting a 2-piece, and it does seem like he's actually going to manage to just get out of there as well. Now Lukeman to defend the point. He's only just scored and he's back again. Yeah, exactly. Look at them spawn up as well. They are just going to be pinned in by Sublime here. They did have a small opportunity to trade, but it doesn't matter as another point gets scored. 25-9 now. Colga's going to pick up a kill up the top really casually. smoke all around this point, so he can just jump in at any point, picking it, trying to go for the kill. Is he going to go for the kill? Instead, he is.
Oh, wow.
Has 2 bullets left, lets his teammate go in. He's going to have to pick up another gun, take somebody's MTAR. The slaying will continue from this guy as he's just continued to hold it down for his team. Another player coming up the stairs. Easy kill once again for him. It just makes it look so effortless as he continues on through.
Yeah, that was just complete dominance there coming in from the Sublime roster, and you did see him, you know, just completely at the top there. He was happy just to sit back, wait for them to come and challenge him on the stairs. He knew he was going to win the gunfight, and that was it. Just, you know, it was almost written before it even happened. 28-9 is the score, though. 19-point difference between the two squads. 3 minutes, 14 seconds left on the clock. Make that 20-point difference overall now, as they are just extending it one away from getting that 30-point zone, which we did say could be, you know, what the score was going to be, and we've still got 3 minutes left on the clock, so they're definitely going to get above 40.
Yeah, this could be a above 40 gameplay here. So just continue running forward. I've actually left Oracle mode on so you can see where all the players are coming from. Remix is going to go follow him down, picked up that kill as well. A few trades going in, however, it's not really going to be enough, because it is 30-10 at the moment, 31-10, sorry. Remix is just casually, he's gone in again. He's run out of ammo for about another player we've seen run out of ammo. Hopefully he'll be able to pick up one and some more on the way. But like I said, Chewy, this is just such a one-sided game.
Yeah.
Look at that, Kolga 21-9, Lugman 27-9 as well. 8, 10, 6 and 9 for the captures for that team. I'm Galax and Sparta not having the greatest of times.
No, they aren't indeed, and all of the Omega squad just as a whole in this series really not having the best of games, and it's unfortunate for them. You know, they want to come out and you know and show what they can do, but it is indeed, and that's the only way that you can look at these things. Unfortunately, you know, if you're an Italian squad like them, and you know that you've got to come up against the like of the top Italian squads, you know, like they could just be doing this for a bit of fun. They could really be trying their best, but all the same, it's a learning experience, whatever way you look at it, and that's just the way that they've got to take it. They've got to, you know, look back at these VODs and just, you know, try and work on what they can and just see what they can do, you know, in other tournaments now from that. But Sublime, one of the top squads in Italy, and just showing that they are really here to try and progress through to COD Championships.
They certainly are, and you know what, they're not even giving up a tiny bit. They're kind of seeing how far they can push this. Kolga once again going to just keep an eye over, waiting for that cooldown time, which is the only reason they haven't scored higher. Now Kolga just holding on it, he's going to sit on the point and putting some pre-fire through, gets his specialist bonus at the same time. Still moving forward. Look at the score here, Chewy. It's going to go astronomical. We could be seeing 45 easy. Yeah, we could indeed. 40-12 is the score, the highest that I've ever casted over. One of the highest scores that I've actually seen. Did see 55 on a US qualifier match yesterday. Saw a screenshot of that, and this is just going absolutely crazy. Still got 1 minute and 4 seconds left on the clock. Plenty of time yet for them to try and, you know, hit as high as possible, really, and they're just not giving up. They're not, you know, relenting any power whatsoever that they've got. They just want to keep going and getting the biggest score that they possibly can. It doesn't even feel like they're annoyed when they don't get the relay this time, Joey. But there we go, 42-13. It could be 45, sorry. Continuing going on. Let's see just how far they can actually push this. One member, Kolga, already hitting a 30 bomb. Kolga just continuing to just dominate people. And this game has been over for so long now, but they're continuing to relay. Yeah, they are indeed. 31-9 there for Kolga with 11 captures. And have a look at that. This is the first time I've seen this as well. All of the Sublime squad actually have got more captures than they do. You know, sorry, not more captures than they do deaths. Some of them. And have a look at this, Kolga, 27. 27 points. That is rather a high kill streak, let's be perfectly honest here. 29. Although there has been a little bit of a glitch noticed here that sometimes it doesn't always reset. Okay, well, it's still 29 points is pretty crazy. I think that includes his captures as well, so it could be very true. Very realistically, it could actually be his score. Points. That's it, just 29 points. 29 captures and kills in a row for Kolga. He may have gone off slightly in this blitz here on Freight. As it is just going to be a complete whitewash there. 47-14 is the last score for Sublime taking down Omega. And I think it's safe to say Omega are going through to the next round. Maybe not. We'll be joining. Please come and join us for the next map. It will be going next match, sorry. Yeah, next match. It's definitely not 3-0. Next map in next match, right after this short break, where I believe we'll be jumping back across to the Spanish qualifiers and bringing you another game from there.